Hey guys, welcome. I'm Parshvika. Welcome to the channel where we talk a lot about self-improvement topics, feminine energy topics, relationship, manifestation stuff. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about why I don't like relationship advice. And it's maybe a little bit personal, but I think that it's gonna help a lot of the people to understand some different things that I've personally experienced. So let's dive in. Give this video a big thumbs up. Do consider subscribing for more such videos. We have a female self-care planner. If you're interested, it's a PDF download. The link is in description. Okay, so why I don't like, or why I don't like to listen, or why don't I hear the relationship advice? I used to hear them a lot. I mean, I like 4 or 5 years back or 6 years back, I don't really remember, and I try to apply them. The first and foremost thing that I hate about hearing them is about trying to change yourself, or trying to change the relationship that you have, or trying to change your person. So when I listen to these people, especially talking about on the YouTube blog articles, like especially the online content, they talk a lot about something to change. If you are not attractive enough, go and try, do this thing, act like this, behave like this, dress like this, do this, hang out here, have friends, be happy. Like, there is so much advice to change yourself, to pretend to be someone else just to attract the partner, or even if you have a partner but you want to actually refresh your relationship. They tell you so many different strategies and methods to change. The first and foremost thing that I really hate, guys, when somebody is coming and telling me to change something about me or my relationship or my partner without even knowing and understanding who the heck am I, or what my partner is, or what my relationship is. That's why this is one of the reasons that I don't like to hear the relationship advice. I also don't like online relationship advice, and I don't like the offline. Now, from the offline, I can say when I was in the college and I was dating my ex, my best friend was my relationship guru. She used to give me so much advice. Do this, act like this, behave like this, you're too needy, you're too attached, you're so serious, you have to be like this, play like this, fun like this. And I did it and I was like, it's enough. I can't do this, because this is not who am I. If somebody likes me, they need to like me the way I am. I can't change myself just to fit in the box of somebody else. So that's the one reason that I literally hate listening to relationship advice now, and I don't hear them at all. I dislike it. The second reason that I hate about relationship is that, especially about the flags, they talk about the red flags and green flags, and every advice is kind of like too general. Very, very general. Even if they know about your specific situation, they're gonna tell you something different. And when I hear something different, sometimes I like it, I take it, but other times when I hear it, I don't feel into it. I don't buy into that idea. I mean, like, I can tell you one thing: whenever somebody is giving you some advice or suggestion, not specifically related to relationship, even if they are telling you about the business, money, life in general, you listen to them, you have to feel it, how you feel about that advice. Do you feel okay, or do you feel miserable? Like, I feel miserable when somebody gives me the advice which I don't want to listen, which I don't want to do it, but they are like opening their mouth and they're like bashing out on me. Not really bashing, but then it seems to be bashing because they're telling something which I don't want to do it. So in that moment, you can ask yourself, how do I feel about it? Do I feel positive? Is my inner guidance helping me? The best thing that you could take it as guidance is the feeling. If you feel good about that advice, if it expands you and you feel like your breath is like increasing and you feel so great about that advice, then go and do that. But if you feel like shrinking and your breath is going shallow and you feel so bad, so low, you feel like suffocated, or you feel like you are in a cage or a prison, never do this advice. And 99% of the time when I listen to other people, they tell something which makes me feel like I'm in a cage, or they are putting me in a cage, or it's like my body is actually giving me the signs that this advice is not meant for me. Like, your body is really, really great in terms of giving you the signs whether something is for you or not. And if you're really sensitive enough, and I think everybody gives you suggestions or give you signs, it's just that you have to be aware of enough to know how you're feeling in the moment. Because sometimes, in fact, most of the people, they don't know how they feel, because they are so rubbed by the other people's advice, they are so rubbed by the society suggestions that they forget about who they are in the process, and now they don't know how they feel about it. and they just go with the flow, whether it's good or bad, they don't really care. So at that time, it's very hard to know how you feel. But if you're a sensitive person like me and you really feel the other people advice, then you can take this signs, very, very important sign to understand whether something is for you or not. If it feels good, it feels expansion, it feels great, you feel excited about something or excited about the advice, then definitely go and do it. But if you feel like shrinking, you feel like somebody's putting you in a cage, in a prison, your breath is actually shallowed, you're like shrinking, your body is shrinking, like you're like this instead of like this. If you feel like this, then go and do that. But if you feel like this, like you're shrinking, like you can see my shoulders here, how they are, then don't do it, because your body will definitely gonna give you signs. It's just you need to be sensitive enough or be aware of enough to catch it when it's giving you the signs. So that's also the second thing I'm gonna tell you, that 99% of the times I felt bad. That's why I don't do it. The third sign that I personally don't like to hear from the people who are giving the relationship advice, they think, or maybe I feel it, or maybe it seems like that. I'm not saying that they always think that way, but then I feel it, or it seems to be like that way. It feels like they are the top guru. It feels like they are having the best relationship in the entire world. And when you actually go and look at the relationship, it's they need advice from you instead of you need advice from them. So most of the people who are giving the advice, look at their relationship first of all. If they are giving you the advice or suggestions from the lack, then how they can give you or tell you something? If their relationship is like miserable, then how can somebody gives the relationship advice to you? Only listen to the people who are actually applying the things that they are telling you personally in their own relationship and getting the results. Don't listen to somebody who's just giving you the theoretical knowledge and they are personally not applying in their relationship and their relationship is miserable, but they're telling everybody to do that. But their life is on stake, or their relationship is on a stake, but they are telling everybody to do that. Never listen to such people. And I've come across many people who are single and talking about how to attract a partner or how to have a good relationship. And I was like, come on, dude, you don't have a partner. You are not in a happy relationship. Then how can you tell somebody to be in a happy relationship without even knowing the other person's situation? Isn't that advice too general? You're not even applying to your personal life. Then how come you know that whether this thing is going to be applicable, whether this will going to help get the results or not? I know that this reason may be too personal. Like everybody has high and low phases in their life. It's normal, it's totally normal. Like you once had a great relationship, but then you went through a breakup and you learned a lot, and then you started helping people with the relationship. I totally understand that. But I'm talking about the people who are literally single, who never tried any of the relationship advice that they are giving to other people in their personal life. Never listen to those people because they don't know anything. Because these suggestions, these advices is work if you're listening to somebody who actually applied in their personal life. If they're not applying it, then what's the point of it? Okay, there's no point of getting the knowledge if it's not useful. I hope it makes sense. So that's also the end reason. Another reason that I feel like don't listen is like when you listen to somebody, you suppress yourself in the process, because other person will going to tell you what they see from the outside. They're not gonna go inside your body or inside your relationship or inside your partner body or something like that to understand what's happening. They only can see from the outside, from the external appearance. They don't know what's there inside. They can't come inside your head and see what you're thinking or observing your thoughts. They simply can't do it. So that's why when you're taking the advice from them, they don't know who you are. Nobody really knows who you are. That's why I always tell, don't listen to anybody. Listen to yourself. Even if you are listening to somebody who is sharing their experience, you can listen to them as a filter, like using a filter. But then it depends on you whether you want to apply those things in your personal life or in your relationship or not. That's what I really want to share. I don't like to listen to people who talk about the relationship and give you relationship advice, is that they are telling you this one common advice I hear a lot from the people: work on yourself, work on yourself. And in the beginning when I heard about this thing, it was amazing. I did work on myself, and I'm not saying not to work on yourself or not to invest in yourself. In fact, I would highly recommend you to do that if you don't do it. But you're never gonna know how to do the things or how to apply the things, you're never going to have an experience if you don't have a real relationship. You're only going to have a knowledge from the outside perspective, but once you actually have a relationship, or once you attract a partner, then only you're going to know how to apply these things, how to get the results. So when you are just busy working on yourself for years, for decades, like I've seen people working on themselves for 10 years, and I was like, wow, how long you need to invest in yourself. I'm not saying not to invest in yourself. Always invest in yourself first. I always recommend that. But then you 10 years you invested in yourself, or whatever amount of years you invested in yourself, but you never know that the things that you invested in yourself, especially talking about the relationship, will going to apply in your relationship, because you never had a really relationship. You never invested in the relationship. How are you going to know whether it's going to work or not? We change, we grow, we evolve, become a human while having the experience. You can't tell yourself, I'm going to be lock myself in the cage or in the prison, and I'm going to invest in myself for the entire life, and then one day if I feel ready, then I'm going to do that. No, things doesn't work that way. You have to be in the real battleground. Then only you can have the experience, and then only you can learn more, because without experience you can't learn. You can't learn from the knowledge. Of course you can get the knowledge from the books, from so many resources, but then you don't know whether this knowledge is applicable to you or not, whether it's going to help you or not, unless you actually do it. So you will never gonna be able to know whether investing, the things that you're investing in yourself is applicable or helpful to your relationship or not, unless you go and actually have a relationship in the first place. So I've seen a lot of the people, when they say, oh, you're going through the breakup, okay, go for no contact for 6 months, just invest in yourself, just invest in yourself. I hate this advice. Seriously, I hate this advice. I did invest it in myself, and I still do it, but I never know what to apply to my own personal relationship unless I actually have a relationship in the first place. So in the beginning, when I went through the breakup, and everybody go through the breakup or the other, I was investing in myself. It's been like 2 years, and I was like, wow, 2 years I didn't dated anybody. And I was like, I'm taking all this knowledge. If I'm not applying, what's the point of this knowledge? What's the point of investing in myself if I don't even know whether this thing will going to be applicable on my relationship or not? I have to go to the real battleground and be ready. Another thing is, like, they tell you, become ready, become ready. I'm just like, there is a process, there is a journey. Like, you have to become somebody who you are, or you have to become somebody who you are not. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. Some people take decades, and it was like too long for me. And I was like, I'm gonna die one day. I'm gonna leave this body one day, and I want to do everything that I want to do in this lifetime. You can't tell me to invest in myself for decades. I can invest in myself while being in the relationship, experiencing the relationship, learning from my mistakes, learning from my partner, learning from myself, and then I can reinvest, take a break if I need it in between, then go back, and then I can do it. If you tell me to be investing in myself for 10 years, being single, and then come into the relationship and apply all of them, for me it's not gonna work like that, because I don't know whether those things were going to work in the relationship or not. When you actually experience something, then only you can truly understand that whether the things that you have taken from the past or the knowledge you already have is applicable or not. I hope this reason makes any sense, because I think I've been gone through 1 or 2 breakups. I don't really remember. But first breakup was the worst as usual. But the person that I'm dating right now, it's like I'm actually investing in myself, and I'm investing in the relationship. I'm using those things and seeing whether something works or not. And if it doesn't work, then I try something else, or I adapt or do whatever. So these are some reasons that I personally feel that actually the reasons that I feel, okay, it's my own personal experience. Everybody has their own different experience. So personally, what I feel that I don't like to hear the relationship advice from other people. Let me know what you think about your own experience about this particular topic. Do you take advice from other people about your relationship? Does it really help you or not? Let me know. Your questions and queries, as usual, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you the next time. Till then, take care. Bye, guys.